Hi everyone, it's Becky Livingston from Pen Heel Marketing, and today we're going to talk about SEO and 7 things your boss wants you to know. Here are some of the things we're going to cover. What is SEO and why it's important, conducting research, implementing the keywords, some WordPress plugins, the SSL certificate, local SEO, and social media and hashtags. So why is SEO important? It's important because it's organic and it's based on search that people are doing. It's kind of like crowdfunding except for search rankings. It does take time, energy, and resources, so technically it's not free, but it doesn't cost anything to do it. Here are some ways that you can increase your SEO visibility. Know your target market. This is one of the most important things to do. If you know who your people are, then it's going to be easier to connect with them online. Research your keywords associated with product, brand, your competition, your services, your buyer. Create local listings on Google, Bing, and Yahoo. If you have a physical location for your business, this is paramount. You must have one of these listings. Include relevant keywords on your website and in your local business listings, keywords that draw in your audience. Also, create keyword-rich content to share on social media and marketing platforms. It's not about the quantity of content, it's about the quality of the content and how well you define that content for your audience. Leveraging social media hashtags, keywords to expand your brand reach to find new leads. That's a given. In today's society, it's a great way to reach out to people. And this is a kicker. Spend some money on advertising to target your market. I know this isn't organic, but by spending some money, you influence your brand's reach. So we'll talk about that in a minute. First thing we'll cover is buyer persona. Know your people. Having a deep understanding of who your buyer is critical. Who are they? What kind of media do they consume? Video, text, pictures. What kinds of content do they download? Tip sheets, fact sheets, blog articles, whatever it might be. You have to know who your people are. So it's important to have a buyer persona because it helps you to define the tips and tools that you're willing to write about, sharing solutions about their pain points to draw them in and move them down the marketing funnel. That's so important because if you're just pushing out blog content constantly, then your audience may not be paying any attention because they're past that phase of the buying journey. Maybe they want to move into the next phase, which would be attending a webinar, attending an event, speaking to someone, some kind of download of some sort. And then the last part would be actually engaging with people from your business. So moving them down a buyer funnel is important. Here's an example of finding keywords. The items that are highlighted in with the red box, that is your title tag on your blog or your website page. This is really important because if that title tag is the same throughout your website, you're defeating the whole purpose of SEO. If it's different by page and it has an engaging headline, it's more likely to draw in people who are using search to find information that you might be sharing. In this slide, the boxes that are highlighting are showing the description tag. That's an SEO feature, and I'll show you what the code actually looks like on the website in a minute. But if you don't have a unique descriptor on each page, each blog article, even possibly on imagery, then this is going to put you further back into the search rankings. The better this is completed with keyword focused information, the more likely it is you're going to be found online. Here's what it actually looks like in code. You can see that the title tagline is underlined. It's got the brackets title. There's the title of the piece. Then we've got the descriptor and the keywords lower on the screen also highlighted. So you can see the focus that this page has for business, small business, and small businesses. The title tag and the descriptor are actually what shows up in the search results page. So that's how you can tell when things are going well for you, when you start to see these things showing up in search. Let's take a second and talk about long tail keywords. Rather than using generic words like plumbing, electric, tax, audit, you're using terms that are more unique to either a geographic region or unique to your audience. In this case, I'm focusing on the New York City area, Westchester County plumber. Industrial plumber, New York City, because an industrial plumber is not the same as a residential plumber. A New York plumber, best Westchester residential plumber. Those are the kinds of phrases that you would put in your keywords on your website and possibly even put in the copy that the user can see to help influence your search rankings. Because when someone's looking for a plumber, they're not just looking for any plumber. They want a good plumber, and they want a plumber near their location. So make sure that you have some of these terms related to geographic region and also identifying the kind of business that you have and the services that you offer. So where do you find keywords? So this is a little bit of a fun activity, and it's not the best way to find keywords, but it is a very interesting way to find keywords. If you put in a search result, or a search term in your engine, whether it's Google, Bing, or Yahoo, and you scroll to the bottom of the page, Google, in this case, is going to show you the best related searches geographically for whatever it is you're looking for. So you can see small business tips here. Small business tips for success, business tips and tricks, business tips and advice, business tips in Hindi. You can determine which of these makes the most sense for your business. Again, this is not the best way to find keywords, but it's a great cheater way to find keywords locally. If you want to take this one step further, do your search in an incognito or a private browser window so that the search results are not influenced by something that's been searched on the computer you're using before. Here are some other ways to find keywords. Google and Bing both have AdWord planners in their advertising platforms, so take a look at those. There's the keyword tool IO. There's 117 terms or tools that you can find on this Business Ideas blog. Bing Keyword Research Tool and iSpionage, one of my favorites. I happen to be a big fan of iSpionage. You can look at your competitors, what terms they're using, their ads, their landing pages, all kinds of things. Go take a look at that. It's free up to the first 10 searches. If you're using WordPress, there are some plugins that you might want to consider. Don't use all of these. Find the ones that work the best for you. I happen to be a big fan of All In One SEO right now. I used to use Yoast, but I was finding that Yoast wasn't being as powerful as I needed it to be. So All In One SEO, easy to use, but if you implement it after you've already put in SEO, you're going to have to redo all your SEO throughout the site. Takes a little bit of time, but it's definitely worth it. Yoast SEO, one of the most popular plugins on WordPress right now. SEO Ultimate, haven't used it, but I have looked at it. Squirrely SEO, Premium SEO, WooCommerce, and there's another one out there right now called it's SEO for images. I think it's called the Ultimate SEO Image plugin. And there's some instructions right there on how to install the plugin. It's very simple to do. It does take time to put all the keywords, title tags, and descriptions throughout the site. And it's definitely worth it if you want to be found online. Here's an example of meta tags and what they look like in SEO by Yoast. You have the preview. So the preview is actually what shows up in your search ranking. The keyword focus is a phrase or word for that particular page or blog that you want the content to focus on. And the more things underneath it, the article, title, URL that say yes, the better off you are. The title, that is the title tag that shows up in your snippet. You can see that at the top. And then the meta description is the description, the content that shows up in your search results on the search results page. The words that are in bold are the ones that are keyword related. So if someone were to search for Yoast or WordPress or SEO, the keyword is highlighted there in bold. Meta keywords. This is using Yoast as well. This used to be available, but is no longer available as far as I can tell in Yoast, but it is available in All-in-One SEO. Your meta keywords, this is where you put in a series of phrases separated by comma. So for example, if you're writing a piece about WordPress SEO, you would use keywords like WordPress SEO, best WordPress SEO plugins for WordPress, that kind of thing. You'd put in a series of phrases separated by comma in the meta keywords field. The SSL certificate, this is really big deal. If you don't know anything about this, you need to be reading about it. SSL certificates, this is influenced by Google right now, but I'm sure it's going to be also on Bing and Yahoo very shortly and some of the other big search engines. So SSL certificate is not just for people who are using credit cards on their websites. This is for people who have any kind of collection mechanism. For example, a contact us form, any kind of download forms where people are putting in email addresses, first names, last names, company names, phone numbers, addresses, anything like that. This must be on your website. Now, what's going to start happening, and I've actually started to see it happening, is if you do not have an SSL certificate and all of the content SSL certified on your website, you're going to get an exclamation point with a yellow yield sign next to your URL, which is going to tell visitors that your site's not secure. So take a moment, read about this. We have a blog about this on our website if you're interested. Very important thing to be installing in 2017 if you haven't done it already. Local search, it's free. If you have a physical location, go out and do this. Both Google and Bing Yahoo have this. Use relevant keywords in your description. Be sure to add any important information about your business, if there's parking, if there's additional websites, if there's phone numbers. Add some photos so people who are visual learners can find you. Show the exterior of your building. Show some of your products or services. Show some of your staff, some of the culture. Look at that and see how you can implement that into your local search. Be sure to check the business category on your company and make sure the category you've chosen is correct. So for example, if you own a grocery store, don't pick spa. I mean, this seems like basic information, but if you're not paying attention, you pick the wrong one, you could end up in the wrong business category. If you have multiple addresses, physical locations, add them in separately. Each one of them will have to be verified. This is what it looks like. If I'm looking for small business services in a geographic region, if you have a physical location that uses the phrase small businesses or business services, your local listing, if I'm geographically located within less than a 50-mile radius, I will see your local listing show up with a map and location finder right there. The website link, directions, it's all right there. That's a free service. If you have a local business, great way to get your brand found online. Social media. Finding the right platform for your target audience is really important. Don't just assume because Facebook is the biggest one that that's where you should be. Look for the target audience and find out where they are. Focus on those platforms and those platforms only. Add one at a time so you're not overwhelmed. Create a company page on that platform, not just a regular page. That way you can look at analytics, you can do advertising if you choose to. You have a little bit more power when you create a company page. And company pages are free on all the social platforms that I've ever experienced. Develop and post content to be shared on those platforms and mix the media. So you're going to have some text things, you're going to have some video things and some photos. Mix some things up, see what your people react to until you get a real feel for what they love, and then start to post consistently and make sure that you leverage the most effective media that's available to them. Use keywords and hashtags to draw in your people and begin developing a two-way dialogue in social. It's not just about posting, it's also about commenting and liking their responses and kind of talking to them. I know it's scary, but just get out there and be social. Here are some hashtag tools that you might want to leverage. I'm in love with Hashtagify Me right now. I have used some of the other ones before, but Hashtagify Me's got my attention. Take a look at these, put in a hashtag, see which ones resonate with your content, with your audience, find out who's talking about them, and leverage these tools to the hilt, because this will help you find your influencers. This will help you find what conversations are going on around a hashtag. Sometimes it's conversations you don't want to be involved with related to a hashtag, so make sure you're checking these things out. Here's a recap. Define your buyer. Research your keywords. Complete your meta tags on your website. Create keyword-rich content. Install your SEO plugins. Use the sitemap plugin to get your site listed. allocate your SSL certificate, complete your local listings, and then leverage social media and hashtags to help spread the word. Here's who we are. You've seen this one before. Take a look. We've also got this as a blog article and some parts are downloadable. So check us out online, penheal.com. You can go to our blog, you can go to our white papers, you can go to our books, you can take a look. If you need a speaker, give me a call. Talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.